As a kid, I can remember my siblings and I helping my mom roll out chocolate peanut butter protein balls standing around this kitchen counter. Now that I'm older, I've been making them by myself for at least 5 years. During track season, I would make one batch a week because they have a decent amount of protein for each protein ball. They have 6 grams per protein ball. According to Christy Wempen in the article, Are You Getting Enough Protein? Published by the Mayo Health Clinic on November 27, 2024, the recommended dietary allowance to prevent deficiency for an average sedentary adult is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. For example, a person who weighs 165 pounds or 75 kilograms should consume 60 grams of protein per day. So as you can see, one protein ball has about 1/10 of an average adult's dietary protein needs per day. So that's why today I'm going to demonstrate how to make chocolate peanut butter protein balls. The first thing we're going to do is make sure you have a clean workspace and wash your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. And then you're going to want to make sure you have all of your ingredients gathered. So you're going to want to make sure that you have old-fashioned rolled oats, natural peanut butter, chocolate protein powder, honey, or you can substitute maple syrup, and chocolate chips. The first thing you're going to want to add is 1.5 cups of the rolled oats to your mixing bowl. And then the next thing you're going to want to add is 2 scoops of a chocolate protein powder. And this is going to be about 50 to 60 grams of whichever one you choose. And then the next thing is going to be the cup of peanut butter and the 1/4 cup of honey. And then one tip for this is if you spray your measuring cups with cooking spray, it'll keep the honey and peanut butter from sticking. It'll make sure you get the proper amount into the bowl. Do 1/4 cup of honey first. And then if needed to, you can still use a spoon to help get all of it out. And then the next thing is you're going to want to use an all natural peanut butter and add 1 cup of that. And the last ingredient we're going to be adding next is chocolate chips, which the recipe says 2 tablespoons, but if you want, you can measure with your heart. And then the second step in making these is mixing them. So usually you start with one of the spoons you use to add ingredients, and this will take you a couple minutes. And then after you go in with the spoons, you can go in with your hands to get it all mixed together. And then once it's all mixed together, you're going to want to roll them into the balls. And then if you want, you can get your hands a little bit wet to help it not stick when you're mixing and rolling. And if your protein balls are not coming together, you can add milk or water. And according to Brittany Mullins in her recipe, Easy No Bake Protein Balls, published on May 4, 2021, if the protein ball mixture seems too dry or crumbly, add water or almond milk, 1 teaspoon at a time, until the dough forms together. So these should make about 24 protein balls once you're finished. And then you're going to want to store them in a container that can be sealed and placed in the fridge where they will last up to a couple weeks. And then the very last thing you want to do when you're done mixing is make sure you've cleaned up your workspace. And then, in conclusion, today I showed you how to make chocolate peanut butter protein balls in a couple simple, easy steps that include mixing, measuring, and rolling. And these are a great way to include young family members in the kitchen.